It is day 3 of the investigation into what caused a spaceplane to crash in California. The Virgin Galactic Spaceship 2 broke apart Friday during feathering. That's when the tail fins rotate to slow the plane down as it descends back to Earth. This video from January shows how feathering is supposed to work. Investigators say that process began too early. The plane's co-pilot was killed. Richard Branson is the founder of Virgin Galactic. He joins us from Necker Island, part of the British Virgin Islands. Good morning, Sir Richard. Let me begin with this. All of us, are saddened by the personal loss and the tragedy, and we know the investigation goes forward. But what, in your words, does this change and what does it not change?
Well, it was an incredibly sad day, particularly, obviously, for Mike Alsbury's family, and a real blow for the 400 wonderful engineers and team that work for Virgin Galactic and for the 800 people waiting to go to space. But we've now picked ourselves up. The team are pushing on building the next spaceship and waiting for the final report from the NTSB. So we can see if there's any changes at all that we need to make to the spacecraft, or was it something else that actually caused it? And last night they gave us a pretty good idea of what happened, and we need to wait for their definitive idea.
I heard you say, Sir Richard, that you would give a refund to anyone who asked for it. Several people have signed up. Has anybody asked for a refund, and what are they saying to you about going into space?
What is absolutely remarkable is that on the day of the accident, 2 people actually signed up and paid up in full to go to space as a gesture of goodwill towards Virgin Galactic. Of the 800 people who signed up, all we've had is wonderful messages of support and commitment. And we've had literally hundreds of thousands of messages from the public willing Virgin Galactic and its team to go ahead. So, I'm sure that if we, 1 or 2 people must be naturally extremely nervous at this stage. We need to know exactly what happened to make absolutely certain it can never happen again.
Richard, do you believe that this may have been more human error than mechanical error?
All I can say is what the NTSB have said, and they have indicated that something may have been pressed a few seconds earlier than it should have been pressed. But this is, I really want to, I have to let the NTSB guide people, and we will learn from what the NTSB have to say. And we'll make, and if it did turn out to be human error, we would, obviously still need to make sure that it is impossible for something like that to happen in the future.
I know you're planning to go and take one of your children. Can you explain why you feel so passionate about this and why it's worth the risk?
I think that most people realize that we should be exploring. We should push our boundaries forward. Most people, I think, would agree that we need to build a commercial spaceship industry that will deliver point-to-point travel one day in an environmental and at credible speeds. We'll be able to put up satellites which will transform the lives of people back here on Earth. I mean, the 3 billion people who don't have mobile phones or internet access will be able to get them. There's incredible things that come out of a space program like this, and therefore, all of us are determined to continue and make sure that we learn from this and get it right.
Sir Richard, we thank you. We know the investigation continues. We'll be following it as well. Thank you for your time this morning.